Really proud of both of these guys and all 17 of our guys that are in the locker room right now. I don't think that you win a game like this based just on the things that happen in today's game. You position yourself to win a game like this based on the things you're working on in late October in practice. And we talked about that before the game. This has been a group that has been a hard-working group, and it doesn't always result in this type of hardware, but we talk a lot as a program about trying to maximize all of our chances for success. And if you do that, you do give yourself a lot of times the best opportunity to win something like this. And had a number of guys that made contributions today, and I thought it was a hard-fought game. Transylvania is a very talented team. They've got good players. We knew they would not go away when we hopped up 9. They got a lot of different guys that can score. I'm not sure that we would have guessed that number 20 would have been the one that made 2 big threes, but he did. Credit to him. But our guys continue to show resilience, and Cam made a big shot. Kev made a big finish off of a nice pass from Carlos Garcia, deep in the shot clock. Just made enough plays there at the end to get it done.
Let's talk about Cam in the first half. He obviously got into foul trouble. It looked like you were going to try to go as long as you could without it. What was your mindset on that kind of situation? Because eventually you just had to put it back in.
Yeah, first off, we rely on Cam for a lot of stuff, but we do have a lot of confidence in our other guys. And generally, he picked up a couple. I was probably on his rear end a little bit for the 2 that he picked up because I didn't think they were necessarily great decisions. But I kind of was looking at the score and thinking that, provided that we were staying within striking distance, we try to get some time off the clock. And then, I made the comment to our guys before the game, that I feel like if you're going to, most of the time when you win something, you got to go try to get it. And you don't want to wait for it to come to you. And so I think we were at the under 4 media, and I looked up, and it was like 5. So we were within striking distance, but we had the ball. And I said, hey, I think I told Cam, hey, you're back in. Just don't make me look like a not very smart coach by picking one up. And that stretch right there then, was kind of a nice run for us right there. And then late, I think we got him back out just to be careful with that. But wanted to try to manage it, but wanted to stay aggressive. And, he made me look like I made a good decision right there.
And Cam, let's follow up with your mindset on that, because it had not been fun sitting up there on the bench watching.
Yeah, I guess I just should start with I've been struggling the past few weeks, just making shots, but I know that my coaches and my teammates, they've had my back the entire time to tell me to keep shooting the shots I've been shooting, and eventually they'll fall. But even when I'm not making shots, that the guys around me can knock down open shots as well. They can make plays for us, and I think that's exactly what we saw, and that's why we were up 3 at the half.
Let's talk about Ryan Clocks for a minute. He was really big, especially yesterday, and he struggled with a few shots in this tournament, but I think one of the biggest shots in the game was that baseline jumper late in the second half. Talk about his play.
No doubt about it. Ryan over the last, throughout the season has really played the way you hope your juniors are going to play. And I say the same thing for Kevin. I've seen Ryan's confidence grow. The moment does not seem to get bigger than what he's ready for. And you're right. Transy had switched defenses and went 1-3-1 there. Late in the second half, and we haven't played hardly against any 1-3-1 all year. And we just kind of, it's a quick turnaround. We played last night, so we talked about a couple things we were going to try to do. We ran the play correctly. I called the play the wrong name. I called Atlanta 1. It was supposed to be Atlanta 4. But I think it was Isaac Hibbard turned down a 3 in the corner and got it into the lane and kicked out to Ryan. I really wanted Ryan to shoot that 3 on his catch. But, he's so good. He's kind of a throwback with that pull-up J that when he gets rhythm into a jump shot, he's pretty good at that. He got to his spot, and I think you're right, it's a big shot for us.
Kevin and Cam, both you guys, down the stretch, you guys would build a lead, they'd come right back, build a lead, come back. What did you guys say to yourselves out there on the floor? How did you guys attack that, knowing that you just couldn't put this sucker away?
It's tough. You can't be scoreboard watching, though, late in the game. each timeout, each media timeout, we're all have each other's backs in the huddle and just tell everybody to stay confident. And we're not playing the game to hold on to. We're playing to win. So each time we get on the offensive end, we're looking to score and locking up on the defensive end, staying tough.
Yeah, like Coach Miller said, we knew they weren't going to go away. We knew we were going to have to keep playing, and one of the things we were saying in the huddle was to stay aggressive on the offensive end. It was around, they were coming back, it's like 8 minutes left in the second half, and it was kind of a back and forth. But just staying confident, keep shooting the same shots, and don't get stagnant and conservative. So that's kind of what we did.
You talk about the preseason play. I think you all were preseason number three,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're the undisputed champions, winning both the regular season and the tournament. How's that gotta feel for you?
Feels great.
Feels good. I don't even know really how to put it into words. Everybody counted us out. Nobody thought we were going to be able to do it, and we did it. So it feels good.
How much of that is your championship pedigree? You guys are used to winning these things now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't think anybody was going to step up. They didn't think we had anybody else after Wes, Gordo, Levi, and Nick left. They didn't think we had anybody else left, and that just kind of shows Hanover basketball. It's the next guy up.
Puts a little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, we've definitely built a culture of next guy up. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter who's leaving senior year. You got to step up and fill a role.
Your thoughts on that, John, about them stepping up?
Yeah, the thing I think that's interesting is these guys are, it's 3 in a row for them, and they are used to winning. But I think what has defined this team is while they're used to winning, they don't play like they're used to winning. And what I mean by that is they don't take anything for granted. Like sometimes, you start to win a little bit and you can get a little, complacent on some things. And they know that we need to play with a certain level of toughness. There's some hard things that we have to make sure we're doing the best we can to do because we feel like it has an effect on the outcome of the game. And we're sometimes hoping that those tough things that maybe we're willing to do, somebody else won't be willing to do. But I do think, I looked at our team after we won last night, and it was a really subdued locker room. It's quiet, like we have a little thing we do where in the locker room after we win, but like they weren't playing to win last night. They were playing to get to today, and then they wanted to prepare for today and then go out and compete today as well as they could. And so I think that culture is here now. And these guys, a couple guys that were in the crowd, Colin Smith was here, Levi was here, of course, Coach Muchmore, Big Corey, played a big role in that. And I give those guys, I give Mike Floyd, former assistant coach Mike Floyd, a lot of credit. I give Coach Nowicki a lot of credit. Those guys have all played big roles in kind of helping to establish the culture the way it is right now.
And the culture continues this next weekend. It'll be your, sixth, if I'm counting, sixth NCAA tournament game for this group.
Yeah, I guess
for
that would
these
be.
two.
I guess that would be right. Yeah.
So you guys are old hats at this now. There's nothing that's going to surprise you this weekend, no matter who you play or where you go, right?
Nope, we're just going to go back to work, same routine, put a scout together, practice all week, play our butts off.
I'm good.
And I'll probably get on you again like I did this last week in practice.
Yeah.
I didn't like the blue team very much in one practice, did I?
Nope, you didn't like me in the first half either.
I didn't like you in the first half very much either. The one time I didn't like you when you were fixing your shoe.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, after the play
You're
was
gonna have
over.
to get some tape on that shoe. No. The play was not over yet. I'm going to the video. You
All
and me right now.
All
All
right.
right.
Gotta say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
This all starts, we made a change my sophomore year that we were going to outwork every single team in the league. And it starts in the fall when we get here. And we work our butts off from the second week of school to now. And that's why we get the results that we do. So just want to make sure.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.